G'day everybody, so I thought I'd do a quick update on this. I've replaced this tomato plant here, which you might have seen, and I've given everything a feed, which I'll show some clips of, but I'm going to be also adding these last two pots. Now I have a few seedlings here, and I have some other ones that didn't quite work out, so I'm just going to be planting a seed or two directly in the pot, and hopefully that goes a bit better. Alright, so I'm definitely going to have to replace this tomato because the top has died off and it just doesn't look very good at all. I'm also going to have to replant some coriander because these are all gone. Alright, now, luckily, all of these tomatoes cuttings have roots on them, so I'm going to go and plant this one in its place. Mulch out of the way. That's good. And then just make sure all the roots get under the soil there. Oops. I'll come back and trim these leaves off as well. Should be alright. So I'm going to go and give everything another feed of our organic fertilizer as well. And I'll plant some more coriander in here. But yeah, everything's been going pretty slow, and the beans are doing pretty well, but everything else doesn't look great. I do have more seedlings started, but I'm just going to give them a few more days before I transplant them. I don't know what happened to these ones. They must have just died off in the rain. Make a little hole, put a couple of seeds in there, and just cover it over. Might be one there. And I'll do one more. And I'm going to have to buy some more coriander seeds, I think. Because that was the last one. So again, I'm just going to sprinkle half a tablespoon's worth into the small ones. And a tablespoon or maybe even a little more into these larger ones. And I'm not going to water it in because it's probably going to rain again tonight. It's been raining for the last month, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'll just water in the coriander. And it'll probably be raining again in a couple more days, so I'm not going to worry about watering it too much. Just give the new stuff a little bit of water so that it can keep itself going until it gets established. Alright, so I just added a bit of fertilizer and some potting mix and manure to these pots. And I've got a couple of little lettuce seedlings that probably aren't quite big enough to get repotted yet, but oh well. Oops. That's not good. Came apart a bit, but it'll survive. Just fill in around it. Should be alright. Hopefully this one comes out a bit easier. Let's see. Yep. A bit better. Okay, so for some reason the sound cut out, but this is just me planting the seeds. So this is perpetual spinach, which is a kind of silver beet or chard. And I'm just going to plant a few of those in there and keep them covered up until they sprout. And I'm also just putting in some loose leaf lettuce as well. But yeah, I tried to start seedlings of these things, and yeah, for whatever reasons they didn't survive, so it might just be easier to start from seed in the first place. So I probably should have done this a couple of weeks ago. Alright, I'll leave it there. And as for this last pot, I've got a little bush cucumber seedling. It doesn't look great, but it should do the trick. And I have a couple of eggplants here. I'm going to plant one of these in. I did start some from seed, but they kept getting eaten. So I just got these from the hardware store. Alright, so I'll plant the cucumber, and it's going to go up towards the back, towards the trellis there. So, put it towards the edge. And then, probably going to have to split this eggplant in two, because I'm going to plant this other one out somewhere else. So, let's make a hole for it. Take it out, and I'll try and separate them. Or rather, try and separate that little one out. Oops. Alright, plant that one anyway. That's got most of the roots on it. And this one didn't end up with many roots at all, but I'll plant that out somewhere and just try and keep it watered for a few days and see if it survives. You never know. Mosquitoes everywhere. Alright, I'll just fix this up and then I'll be back. Alright, so I'm just going to go over this one with a little bit of grass mulch. Oops. It's gotten a bit wet in the rain, that's alright. And as for this one, I'll water it in and then I'll cover up this side with a piece of cardboard just until those seeds come up. That should be plenty. Oops. Make sure nothing's covered up. Alright, and just water it in. Alright, well, that's pretty much everything. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.